Oh, shit. Okay. We're on. And it says here we've got 4 people, so that means 3. Someone. But no one's talking yet. Just a little bit. Okay, so who we got out here? Let's say hello, whoever's out. Chris is here. Hi, Chris. Hi, Virginia. We're good. Hi, Kathy. We're just getting ourselves set up here. We've got 7 people now. Can you set up? Okay, so, oh, Jody's here. Hi, Jody. I hope to have my crafting table totally cleaned up by the end of this show. Multitasking. Okay. Yep. Weekend's okay. They're basically the same as every other day. Weekday, it seems, anymore.
Well, today it's kind of drab. It's raining and miserable outside.
And it's cold.
It's 6 degrees Celsius.
That's not the seasonable temperature we should be. We should be higher than that for this time of the year here, but we're not. So, what are we drinking? What's in it today?
Same as last week, pretty much. It's peaches and strawberries ground up with
Ground up, he needs put in a blender.
with 100% juice blend of cranberry juice,
Hi, Bonnie.
a little bit of vodka, and a little bit of raspberry liqueur.
In other words, it's a conglomeration of whatever he could find.
Whatever I've decided to put in it.
Bonnie says, good sorghum. Goof afternoon. Hey, Jay, Bonnie, what are you drinking? Okay, so let's get the show on the road here. All right, update on my mother. Just got off the phone just before we started with her. She's actually sounding pretty good today. I guess my sister phoned her earlier, and she said, well, there's something wrong with her phone because she can hardly hear my sister. And I says, can you hear me now, Mother? And she goes, oh, yeah, I can hear you fine. I said, nothing wrong with your phone then. Said, maybe my sister had the volume on her phone or something turned down lower or something and didn't realize it. Or maybe my mother had the phone upside down to her ear. That's a possibility too. But anyways, it's always something about her phone.
Your
Bonnie?
mother does tend to hold it up against her cheek. With
Yeah, I know.
hair.
Like, she answers the phone like, hello, Mom, your ear's up here. Yeah, they haven't fallen down. I mean, a lot of other things gravity is not your friend with on your body, but it usually doesn't affect your ears. Bonnie says, water, I wish I had something like yours. I might be able to spell. Yeah, even if you can't spell after you've had one of these, you won't care. So, makes no
There's
difference.
not that much booze in it.
No, I know.
Have to conserve it.
That's right. Have to conserve our booze. Yeah, what was it you said that, the World Health Organization is recommending people don't drink during this time of crisis. What else is there to do? How else is it going to get us
What I
through?
don't understand is they don't seem to be saying people shouldn't smoke during this time because they said
No. Well, you can smoke and have sex, do drugs, just don't do alcohol. Okay. Whatever. In fact, talking about sex, you know how they always say that, ooh, in about 9 months' time, there's going to be another baby boom because of all of this. Well, quilters are talking about, I heard this on a couple of different podcasts I listened to about quilting, saying this is a great opportunity now to get ahead on baby blankets and baby comforters and things like that, because in about this time next year, there's going to be a whole lot of babies out there. Leave it to quilters to plan ahead. So, yeah, so my mother's fine, and they have not had an outbreak in her nursing home, thank goodness. They've done 14 tests of people, and they all came back negative. So everything seems to be fine there right now, and I hope it stays that way. What else happened this week? Oh, I got my sewing machine back, all fixed up. Apparently, in my little mechanism for doing the embroidery, they found that I had wrapped around the pulley or whatever that's in there that moves the armature. There was a pin and a lot of thread. Now I clean that sucker regularly, so
But you don't really clean that part of it, though.
I blow it out because you can't really get into
Yeah.
it. But
Well, maybe next time, if you have a problem like that, we should take it apart and have a look inside.
yeah, but I don't know how much it's costing me because when we went over to pick it up, I also ordered some batting from her. And what she does is, for the curbside service, is you email in what you want, and then she lets you know when it's ready. She's only open for a few hours, and you don't go into the store. You just basically, inside the door, there's all these bags lined up with your name on it for what's yours, and she's written on the outside of the bag how much it is. You just pick up the bag and go, and when you get home, you send an e-transfer to pay for it. Well, I said to her, she had my batting ready and I had my sewing machine there. I said, so how much for the sewing machine? Well, when I asked her that, she was about to process another lady one of those people who doesn't like to do e-transfers, but she's going to pay with a credit card. Well, that meant they had to go to another part of the store physically for the machine and everything like that. And Shirley was trying, this is the owner of the store, she was trying to keep herself distanced from this lady and the whole bit. And I don't think this lady was being too cooperative with the social distancing thing.
Mm-hmm. Seems to be that some people do that.
Yeah.
They forget.
Yeah, they kind of forget. And she says, oh, I've got the invoice on my desk somewhere. She says, well, I'll give you a call later, she says, and let you know. That was Friday. This is Sunday. I still don't know. I sent an email to her asking, how much do you owe you? Tell me and I'll send you an e-transfer for it and the whole bit. So I haven't paid for it yet, so I have no idea how much it's going to cost me.
Well, she knows you'll pay for
Oh
it.
yeah, she knows I'll pay for it, but I mean, still, I like to get these things done and out of the way. But anyways, it's working like a charm. So I made some masks. I had an embroidery in the hoop design for doing masks, and boy, I'm telling you, after I made the first one and got all the kinks worked out of it, I can make a mask with pleats and everything and the elastic around the ears. I can make one in about 20 minutes or so, maybe even less. I was getting faster at it. I made about 6. We gave 2 to our neighbors next door. Well, actually, 2 of the neighbors immediately next door, and then one house over, there's a lady that lives there by herself, and we gave her one too. We put them in a bag and just hung them on their front door and rang the doorbell and ran. And it was like playing Nicky Nicky Nine Doors. So I'm thinking of seeing if there's anybody that I know online that needs a face mask or whatever. I can make some more. The only problem is getting them to them. You know?
Mail them.
Yeah, I can mail them and they'll get them this time for the next crisis, but with the way our mail service works. But anyways, I'm going to show them tomorrow on my vlog what they look like. But it's a heck of a lot faster. I can tell you that.
Bonnie said she made 8 so far for family and neighbors.
Yeah. Well, hers doesn't have the pleats. You don't have an embroidery machine though, do you, Bonnie? Because I was going to say, if you had an embroidery machine, I'd email you the program. It's free.
Or you can go on to Urban Threads, I think, and they have it. That's the one that you got for free.
Did I get that from Urban Threads or did I get that from OESD?
I think that's Urban Threads. So, let me check.
I think I got it on OESD.
No,
Well, I was on OSSD this morning, and it had a picture right on the front page of it, and it's the one I'm doing. I got a different one from it, but I didn't like that design.
oh, from Urban Threads?
Yeah, it was from Urban. No, I got that one from a Creative Applique. Well, anyways, it's there.
This is the
Oh,
one.
so you have two embroidery machines.
This is the one from Urban Threads.
Oh, well, that looks the same
Yeah.
as the one that was on OESD. Well, actually, Bonnie, if you're interested in doing it in the hoop, no, I'm not putting embroidery on it. No, all it does is, if you go to Urban Threads, urbanthreads.com,
Yeah.
and it's a free pattern, and you download it for your machine, and there's a PDF file that shows you what to do. But essentially, you take two rectangles of fabric, of cotton fabric, 10.5 inches by 7.5 inches, put them wrong sides together, and usually you put right sides together, right? But on this, you put the wrong sides together, put in 3 pleats just by folding it over, accordion style folding. Leave an 1.5 inches or so from the bottom, 1.5 inches from the top. Fold them over, press them down, and then set up some tearaway stabilizer in your hoop. It'll draw out a line, a placement line, lay what you just made the pleats in. Down on top of that, you take a little bit of masking tape or embroidery tape just to hold it down, and it'll go and tack that down to the water soluble. And then you have your elastic, and you take it out of the hoop and you line up. It shows you this in the instructions. Line that up, it sews it in, and then it goes all the way around the outside with a satin stitch with it. And that's all there is to it. It's really easy.
She says she's got it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, no, I was just looking. She said yes, because it creates holes.
But it's not creating holes
not-
in the middle.
It's not creating any holes in the mask itself or anything like that. So you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, it's very easy. And as I said, the instructions come with it, and it's free. So I like it. It works. First one was a little bit tricky because, first thing when you do something, it's always a little bit tricky. But I've made like 6 of them now, and with each one that I make, I get a little faster with it because I know what I'm doing. No, I was talking about embroidery.
Yeah, in the middle. Embroidery would make holes.
Oh yeah, it would make holes in it, and and plus, if you did any embroidery on it, you'd probably jam up your pleats too, because the pleats expand, right? So you can pull it up and everything. But either way, this one's designed so that the only part really, the reason you're using your embroidery machine, it's faster than having to sew them by hand. That's basically it. So, anyways, did that. Machine's back. So, how's everybody coping with our isolation now? I can tell you, going out the other day, I'm paranoid. I think the longer that we're into this isolation, I think the more we don't want to go out, or we're afraid to. It feels completely like when we went to the sewing store, to the quilting store on Friday to pick up the machine, I felt like I was violating the law. I thought I was doing something really illegal. There was a lot of people there, but everybody was lined up just like they do in the grocery stores. We were all like good 6 feet or more from everybody. She was dealing with one person at a time and not, getting close to them or anything like that. So it was pretty well, sticking in within the boundaries of what we're supposed to stick into. So
Yeah, and then on Thursday, I picked up groceries. We put an order into our Loblaw superstore, and I picked up the groceries, and that worked out really well because all I did was I sat in the car and opened the trunk, and they just dumped it all in the trunk, type of thing.
yeah, I was telling my sister about that, and she won't do that. She says, well, I like to go into the store and pick out my produce and stuff myself. Well, we got produce and it was fine. There's no problems whatsoever. fact, in many ways, it looked better than the stuff we'd end up picking out. So, I don't know. But that's how my sister feels
It's
about
a
things.
control thing.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, I think after this whole crisis thing's over, I think I just still order my groceries like that in some cases because it certainly is easy. My bank book feels good not really shopping besides food. Yeah, that's true. So that takes us to an update on our river cruise situation, the ongoing fight. So basically,
Well, actually, I
summarize the
think we
fight.
kind of gave up, but
Well,
I tried calling them, and basically they would not give us a refund for the cruise. The only thing they would give us was 110% future cruise credit that would be till December 31st, 2022. And if we hadn't used the credit by then we could apply for a refund,
yeah, we're applying for our own money.
right? Well, the problem I have with that is that given the situation with COVID-19, we hope that things will get better between now and 2021 or whatever. But we don't know what the situation will be in the next couple of years, that we may not want to travel again for a while, right? And I don't know if I want to wait till 2022 to be able to apply for my money back, because
You don't know what's going to happen in 2 years.
I mean, if these cruise companies can't end up cruising for some reason or another because of
or they go bankrupt.
of COVID and they go bankrupt, then we've lost our money, right? So I think there is some sort of like travel assurance fund from the province that they operate in, but I have my doubts that you'll ever get any money from that. And in fact, I looked at that travel insurance fund. They said that they don't cover anything to dealing with COVID-19.
Yeah.
So good luck for that, right? So the other alternative was for us to cancel, and which I didn't like doing because I didn't feel like I should be canceling the cruise, because they are the ones that have to cancel. They're the ones that are canceling the cruise.
Like, we're
right?
not going on it. We know that it's not going to happen. I mean,
So-
that's not, but
What we did was we canceled it, and we're getting 50% of the money back. And I called the insurance company, and I can apply for a 50% refund from them, but from our cancellation insurance. So hopefully that works out.
so we're basically operating on plan B, which is hopefully we'll get 50% of our money back from the cruise company, and we'll get the other 50% back from the insurance that we paid for, and then that means we get our money back. But until it's in my hands,
What
I'm not counting on
annoys
anything.
me is this stupid cruise company is ending up with 50% of our money.
Yeah.
And if you go to I'm sorry I booked them, because I was looking at the other alternative was Viking Cruises, and what Viking is doing is they're giving you 125% future cruise credit, and the same sort of deal, or you can ask for your money back, right? And so Viking now has basically like this cruise company that we were dealing with is Emerald Cruises.
They're by Scenic Tours. They're the parent company. They're called Emerald Cruises. Do not book with them in the future or any time, because you'll get screwed by them.
And they're owned by a company called Scenic, which,
Yeah.
by the way, is based out of Australia.
Well, we've had some bad luck with Australian travel companies, as we know, with that. But we're holding back. We're waiting to see what the next phase of this is. We have letters to several different spots. A couple of them bounced back, whatnot. We haven't finished. We're not done with the fight yet. And pending the outcome of all of this, there will be a...
Here, Inviting Thought says, Scenic Tours screw people, travelers all the time.
Yeah, we didn't know that. So we will be screwing them back the best way we can. I have a forum. It's called YouTube. There's also something called Facebook. And you can bet that I won't let an opportunity go by. In fact, we've already talked about it. We're probably going to do a very special edition of Stephen and Walter Not So Live, where we will talk about this situation and about that company and other things that's down the road. Right now,
I don't want to do it until I get
until
my
we get
money.
our money, yeah. But with it all,
But yeah, it says 110%. Sounds great, but if they up their price by 125%, then we'd have to pay more.
and that's what they're doing. The ocean cruise lines are offering people 150 to 200% future cruise credit. But no, what they're not telling you is this: you book in 2 years' time, the prices will have changed. They're not saying we guarantee you'll get the cruise you book for the price that you're paying now. No, they're just giving you this future cruise credit that's up a little bit higher. They're just going to put their prices up too. It's only supply and demand logic because they're losing money right now. They are a corporation. What do corporations do? They want the bottom line. They will up their prices. When we come out of this crisis, everything's going to be sky high because our food, everything we buy, all the money that these companies have lost during this time,
The
they're going
110,
to charge us for it.
the 110% means that supposedly, okay, if you've paid $10,000, they'll give you $11,000 cruise credit,
Yeah.
right? So that's what that means. But I mean, if next year they put up their prices by 20%, you'll still end up having to pay more back again. So
there's no guarantee on that. There's also no guarantee that that company will still be in business at that time in 2 years' time with
Exactly,
it.
so-
And then they've got your money already. If they go into bankruptcy, you'll get nothing. You don't get a cent.
not only that, they're holding on to your money. Like we paid $19,120 for this thing. So they've got $19,000 of our money. They can invest it and do whatever they want with it for the next 2 years. We don't have access to the money. We could take the money and invest it ourselves and get 5 to 10% or whatever.
But if you saw my vlog for this week, I talked about this in a little bit even more detail, my feelings about it. And one, we have a contract with them. Our contract says we will give you this money, you in turn give us the cruise. They're not giving us that. They're not fulfilling the contract. Now they have some fine print in their line. And legally, I'm not sure how legal this is, but it's ambiguous, which basically says, conditions beyond their control, blah, 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 blah. COVID is beyond their control.
They have a clause in there that has to do with disasters and stuff like that.
Yeah. So in the meantime, I made the comparison to if you go into a store and you buy an appliance, you put down your money, they give you the appliance, you go home with the appliance, right? What are the exceptions to that? That's a contract. I gave you money in return for that appliance. You can put things on layaway. You can put things on timed payments, but you still get the appliance. It's not like, well, maybe not so much in the case of a layaway kind of idea, but on any other thing, or you're buying it on credit, they're not saying to you, okay, you give us the money now and we'll deliver the appliance to you in a year's time. No.
Actually, Bonnie, that is not necessarily an expensive river cruise.
No, that's not one of the most expensive river cruises.
Uniworld was much more expensive. For the similar cruise that Uniworld wanted, it would have been $14,000 each for that cruise.
Yeah. So this was a little bit less.
If we had gone with, the what do you call it? What's the other cruise line that I just called?
Viking?
Viking. If we had gone with Viking, the price would have been a tiny bit more, and they had a few less features, and that's why I sort of went with this one. But
Now, this is not a luxury vacation, okay? We have traveled around the world. We have traveled for many years and done all kinds of different forms of travel. We've been on 9 ocean cruises in that time. And we've been on bus tours and all kinds of stuff. So we know what we're doing. This is probably one of our more expensive vacations.
probably the most expensive one we ever went on was the first time we went to Australia. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one cost us $30,000.
Yeah, it cost us $30,000. But that was a cruise, a 2-week cruise from Auckland, New Zealand to Sydney. And then we stayed another 10 days
in Sydney
in Sydney, and
over
it was
New Year's.
and it was over Christmas and New Year's, and so things were higher price and everything like that. But when we travel, yeah, we don't slum it, but we are not staying in we stay in nice, comfortable hotels. Actually, when we were in Australia, we went to hotel places where we had a kitchen, and that.
Yeah. So, Bonnie, the river cruise was actually a 15-day cruise. And the one thing that's different between a river cruise and an ocean cruise is that all of your excursions are included in the price of the cruise. And all of your meals, of course, are included just like a regular cruise. And you also have wine and beer included with your dinners and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Whereas on an
and-
ocean
and
cruise, you pay extra for all
all
that.
your tipping and gratuities are included as well.
So, yeah, if you look at what an ocean cruise might cost you, and you'll think, well, that's a heck of a lot cheaper than a river cruise. Well, that doesn't, as Walter says, it doesn't include your excursions, and the excursions are pricey. They run anywhere from $50-$60 a person to $800 a person. We took one when we were on that cruise that went
we
from
took, yeah.
Auckland to Sydney.
That was a $900 optional tour that we took.
But that was because we spent an overnight in,
$900 each.
yeah, it was $900 each. But we had overnight and dinner and stuff in, like, the middle. Where would we go? We went to Christchurch and other spots.
Yeah, we
on
went
that.
from, we traveled across New Zealand for one day, stayed overnight in Queensland, and came back to Dunedin. We started in Dunedin and
Yeah.
went to Queensland and back.
Queensland?
Queensland,
Was that Queensland?
yeah.
No.
Queenston.
Queenston. Yeah, Queensland is one of the
Queenston.
provinces in Australia.
Queenston.
Yeah. So they get
There was
pricey.
a queen in there somewhere.
Yeah, then whatever. Now there's probably a queen in a lot of places. Also, when you go on an ocean cruise as well, your booze is not included. A lot of people think it is. Never been on for it. It's not. It's not like an all-inclusive resort. You have to pay for that, and it's quite pricey, and you can get packages for that. That includes if you are a big pop drinker, soda drinker. As well, there's packages you have to buy for that. Soda drinks like pop is not included. Only thing that's included is things like regular coffee, tea, water, and I think they have iced tea or something.
And the coffee that they provide is not great. You have to, if you want to go to their specialty coffee place or something like that on board, that's all extra as well. So.
And more of these cruises, ocean cruises, the elaborate ones that have like sort of like little amusement rides and things on them, you pay extra for all of that too. So by the time you're done, and when all the specialty dining, you pay extra for that if you want it on a cruise. So by the time you're done a cruise, if you were to do the specialty dining, drink, do some of the other not included attractions and your excursions, you're paying as much as you pay for a river cruise, basically. River cruise might be slightly more money, but it's comparable.
Yeah, because I think the cruise that we took from Auckland to Australia was a 14-day cruise as well. And we had, I think, that one we were lucky we had a liquor package that was included in the price of the cruise, but I think the cruise itself was $4,500 each. Plus, we had another $2,000 each in excursions.
Yeah.
So that was
So it adds up.
beginning to be like about a $15,000 cruise too. So
I mean, we don't do cheap holidays, but we don't do the top of the line kind of stuff either. So, I mean, travel is expensive, period. But anyways, back to the river cruise people, they're just gouging you. That's all they're doing. So this company, and according to what Chris has just said about the company, wish we knew that before we booked with them. I mean, we did do research on them, and it seemed like they were pretty good. And maybe they are. But I don't have a very favorable opinion of them right now because they got my money. And I want my money back. So we're not done the fight yet. We'll keep you up to date on that. Just looking back to see what people have been saying here. Bonnie said, no, wait, back up here. Kathy says that she shops that way too, but she has to get a pickup time. Takes her a week. Yeah, well, pickup times for us is about 2 weeks.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, and she says still can't get toilet paper or paper towels. We can get toilet paper, but they limit you to one package
Yeah.
on an order. Virginia said, have you seen Kay Pruitt's DIY mask video on YouTube? I thought it was funny. Yeah, I watched it last night. I saw it was on there. Yeah, she was funny. Yeah, Chris says scenic tourist screw travelers all the time. And let's see.
And Chris told us it was Queenstown. Yeah.
Queenstown, that's right. Yeah. Bonnie says, I'm doing Canadian vacations the next few years. Our country needs the support. Yeah, actually, I said to Walter, I said, okay, right now, I have no desire to do any kind of cruise again, for a lot of reasons. One, this whole situation makes you realize how much, and I think we said this last week, so we don't have to reiterate this, but basically that you're in a petri dish. Never thought of it before this thing, but yeah. Two, they're screwing you around as well. Other thing that kind of pisses me off is that these cruise companies are trying to they want a stimulus package from the American government. The American government, rightly so, is saying, no, you're not paying taxes to our country.
You're talking about ocean cruises.
Or ocean cruises, yeah. You're not paying taxes. Your boats are registered on Caribbean islands and places like that, so you go to them. Look for it. And that I agree with. I really do agree with that.
They also register in other places because they don't have to follow the employee practices.
Yeah, so they get cheap labor.
And with all the stuff that's going on, I think we'll probably stick to traveling around Canada again if we
get
a
if
chance
we
to
can
travel.
ever. Yeah.
And the other thing is, I'm not prepaying for a holiday like we've prepaid this one.
No.
This really, you get screwed once, then.
Yeah. And, the other thing, too, is the travel industry, the people who are travel agents. We had a very disappointing experience with a travel agent we went to for years and years and years until Walter decided to become our own travel agent, kind of a thing. And, yeah. It's a business too, and they make it sound like they're looking after you. They're looking after themselves and their commissions and everything. Yeah, I get it. It's a business, right? But when we did the last time we went to Australia, Walter did the whole thing. Accommodation, the whole bit. And yes, it takes a lot of time to do it. But you want to know something? Most cases, we did not have to put money up front for things.
Yeah.
He got places that had decent cancellation policies on them. And with the exception of our experience to go to Darwin, which we didn't go to, as you know, because they get to the airport and they canceled our flight. And I'm not going to go over that.
Well, anyway, we got some money back from the insurance
We did.
company.
We were lucky on that one, but it had to go through the insurance company.
But even if we hadn't of it, wouldn't have been a major
No, because that
loss.
wasn't we were at. But it's the point of the whole thing. Like you lose your control. I think that's what it is, more or less, is you have no control. Once they've got your money, you have no control.
Yeah.
So buyer beware, kind of a deal.
So live and learn, I guess.
We'll
see. I just want whatever we can get back.
Yeah.
And then from this, and then next time we travel, I'm not going to do something like this again.
No.
I will either book a flight somewhere and get accommodations that are cancelable, and go from there and do our own thing. Because when we went the last 2 times to Australia, that's exactly what we did. We had a flight, we had accommodations that were cancelable, and traveled around on our own. And that way, if we had to cancel anything, we were out a minimal amount of money.
Yeah. Chris says, we have been advised that we will probably not be able to travel overseas or accept overseas travelers till at least the end of the year, and probably will extend well into New Year. Yeah, well, right now it's over with now, but we were having a little fight with the Americans because Trump was insisting that that the border between our two countries should be opened up. And our prime minister is saying, no, it's a little premature for that kind of a thing. And they did finally come to an agreement to keep the borders shut except for essential traffic, like because we trade with the United States, all the time for food and stuff like that and back and forth. The border's open to essential, but not to people. And I don't know who would want to come for a tourist trip, like during this time. But apparently, Trump thinks that would have been the appropriate thing to do. But luckily, cooler heads prevailed, and they have talked him into at least leaving our borders closed for another 30 days. But it's going to be longer than 30 days.
One good thing, Chris, about your country is that you're isolated.
Yeah.
Your government can dictate when you get travelers and not. With us having a border across America, it's like
we don't need American zombies coming across and trying to eat our brains. Okay,
Yeah.
Simple as that. Sorry if that insulted some of the Americans on here, but really, Look at what they're doing in Michigan right now. They're going against their governor's orders not to congregate, and they're protesting it. Like, come on, people. Of course, these same people are supporters of Trump as well. Sorry, Jody. But I mean, come on, really, I feel sorry for you. I really do. I feel sorry for the American people, the general American public, because you have assholes who are leading you. I mean, really. They're not supporting you. They're not helping you. Your healthcare system is bad, bad, bad. You're the epicenter for this disease right now, and the main reason for that is basically because of your government. So, yeah, our prime minister is smart. Keep the border closed. Simple as that. And most Canadians are pretty much supporting that decision. Yeah, enough politics, Kathy says. Yeah, well, our show, we can do it. Just turn us off if you don't like it. Because I'm not going to make any apologies for anything like that today. Sorry, people. But I'm not. I've had it with the American government. I really have. They're assholes. Complete assholes. So,
anyway,
let's move on to a different fight, shall we? Let's talk about Shoppers Drug Mart, one of our major drugstore chains across this country, owned by the Loblaws Corporation, that also owns all kinds of other things, like the Real Canadian Superstores, Loblaws grocery stores, things like that. And in fact, is run by the richest family in Canada called the Westons. And the Westons own Selfridges in London as well. That's how rich they are. And they're assholes. So, why do I say that? Well, I went in to get my Crestor renewed on Friday. My drug. I always get, my doctor has it prescribed to me, I get a 3-month supply, okay, when I go in. Not anymore. Apparently, they're afraid there could be a run on prescription drugs, so they're only issuing you from the pharmacies. They're saying it's a government order. I don't remember hearing our Ontario government passing that as a law. There may have been a recommendation, but anyways, so they'll only give you 1 month. All right. I don't really have a major problem with that. It's an inconvenience. I really don't want to spend any more time in a drugstore than I need to, given this time. But what I do have an issue with is the fact that every time I pick up one of my prescriptions, I have to pay a dispensing fee. I always have. But the thing was, when I was getting 3 months of this drug, I paid 1 dispensing fee. Now, I have to pay that dispensing fee each month when I go in. Now, that's just for one of my drugs. I'm also on 2 other drugs for my blood pressure, which when I think of this is probably making my blood pressure go up. And I'm going to have to pay each time for that. So I said in the drugstore, can I speak to the manager? So I get the guy who's the head of the pharmacy in Shoppers Drug Mart. I don't like this guy. I've had to deal with him before. He's an asshole. Okay, and that's today's word, children. If you didn't understand that, there's going to be a lot of times when I'm going to say somebody's an asshole today because he's an asshole. An example, he fucked up one of my drugs one day. And if I had never taken the drug before and didn't know, then it probably could have killed me. And when I went in to speak to him about that, the answer I got was, oh,
oops.
Sorry. Yeah, oops. I was, oops. No. So I went and spoke to him, told him what I just said to you about that. His answer was, well, we have to dispense it 3 times. Well, whose fault is that? Not mine. This is a price gouge. So I went into action. We have a thing through our Ontario government where you can identify price gougers. I put that in, filled out the form. It's a fairly extensive form, filled that all out. Then I went on to Facebook and I wrote about this whole situation. And then I found that Shoppers Drug Mart, well, I found their head office address and I sent an email with my complaint to them. In the meanwhile, I found their Facebook page and I put it up on their Facebook page. And suddenly, out of the woodwork, a whole lot of other people were agreeing with me and telling their own horror stories about how some of them had been treated very rudely when they went to ask about this whole thing. One poor lady, she has to pay $60 dispensing charge each time she gets the drug. And she had it for 3 months, only had to pay $60 for a 3-month supply. Now she's going to have to pay $180 for a 3-month supply. Shoppers Drug Mart answered back, canned comment. Well, we're just doing what the government has suggested, and we know this might be hard on you during this time of crisis, but we're looking into that. Bull roar. So I checked it again today to see what other people were saying on that. My message was gone. They had deleted it. So I put it up again because I had copied it to my word processor so I could cut and paste. I put it all back up again. As soon as I finished putting it up, it disappeared again. So they're censoring it out. So I've put it up on my own Facebook page and put it into the public domain for everybody to see. And I'm not done with them yet. You'll hear about that tomorrow on the vlog.
It's not just Shoppers Drug Mart; it's all pharmacies here.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got the same problem out in New Brunswick, but now it's been recommended to stop and go back to 3 months supply in all pharmacies.
Oh, well, she says the New Brunswick government is now recommended they stop and go back to 3 months. It's all pharmacy. Yeah, well, our government needs to do something about it as well. That's why I registered it with their gouging thing, because that's what it is. It's gouging. It's absolute gouging. Yeah, exactly, Bonnie. So, anyways, that was that kind of excitement for this week. So, and I've already talked a little bit. I was going newsworthy about the whole thing about opening the borders, and bottom line is no, we can't afford to do that right now. Although apparently I did hear that the BC government, British Columbia's provincial government, has been in some kind of talks with the state that's right below them, which is Washington State, about opening up their border. I'm not even sure they even have they have the jurisdiction to open the border, because I thought borders were federal, not provincial.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Why would we be doing that? If we're getting the essential stuff that has to come through, why would you open the border up so any old Tom, Dick, or Harry can come across? Either way. First of all, Canadians aren't going there. I mean, no. We weren't going there before the crisis, for obvious reasons. And now what? And why would Americans want to come up here? Well, prices are cheap, but nothing's open.
Unless it's something to do with... well, it's non-essential travels. If there's a reason for an essential travel, they can still get.
Yeah, they can still go down. But I mean, why would you open it up to non-essential? Like,
yeah, I know.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, unless they decide they need tourist dollars.
Yeah, Bonnie says with the drug thing, it started with the Pharmacist Society and the government sanctioned it. Yeah, well, drug companies and manufacturers of drugs and that, they have a lot of power. That's the problem.
Problem is that the government probably didn't think about the dispensing fee until now.
Yeah. Oh, Rosie says to drive to Alaska.
I see. Yeah.
I didn't even think about it. That should be ours anyways. But we were too cheap to buy it from the Russians, and the Americans got right and went, ooh, look, land, let's have it. That was at the same time they figured they'd get the rest of Canada too.
Yeah, actually, I never really thought about that.
No, really. Like, it's kind of like none of it. Why do you want to go to Alaska? We won't go to none of it because nobody will have anything to do with it. We'll just have none of it.
I think people actually live in Alaska.
Yeah, I know. Well, American people. But whatever. I'm sorry. I'm just down on the whole American thing. Anyways, let's move away before I say too much and start getting some of you upset about that. So, meanwhile, what are we watching on TV? Okay, so someone was talking about this last week. and it's called His Dark Materials, which was on.
HBO.
It's on HBO. We don't get HBO, but I have my ways, and I got it. It's really good. Basically, a lot of people were complaining that it was so much like the movie, The Golden Compass.
Well, it is. It
is.
is
It's
based on the same
first
books.
book. The first book is called The Compass or something.
No, it's
a
called
trilogy.
Northern Lights, I think.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I looked them up.
I looked it up too to order it, and it was called The Compass
Oh,
or
okay.
something. So I don't know. Let's change the name of it. Anyways, it is, but it's much more detailed than the TV series, and
No. The
What?
TV series is more detailed than the movie.
yeah, that's what I meant.
That's not what you said.
I stand corrected
Okay.
again. Whatever.
I
So-
went and watched the Golden Compass movie over again, and it ends. It has a couple of spots where it changes the order of things in it, and it ends before what the TV series ends at.
But anyways, it's really good. Quite liked it. And Chris says Carnival Row. Yes, I watched Carnival Row. I don't think they've come out with the second season yet, though, have they? I saw the first season. I really liked it. He never watched that, but it was quite good. Problem is, you get watching these things, you see them all because you can binge watch, and then it's like a year longer, and then I forget what's happened in it by the time I get back to the next season of it. So that's what we're watching. We watched a fun little movie. If you want something off of Netflix that is an amusing little time waster, and well, actually, it's kind of very timely too, because it's called Anna and the Apocalypse. And it's a musical about everybody getting a disease and turning into zombies. It's kind of violent. It's kind of funny violent, but
It's got a lot of dark humor.
there's a lot of dark humor in it. Yeah. But it's... Will it win awards? No. I wonder if it was originally written as a stage play, because it has ingredients to it that would lend itself to a musical stage play, I think. But nevertheless, if you're looking for something that's completely mindless and you like a little dark humor, a little blood and guts, check out Anna and the Apocalypse. Actually, the blood and guts is not gory. It's just funny. Like, they rip off a zombie's head. Kind of a thing, spurt, spurt, spurt. That kind of stuff. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing. Oh, you've had 2 seasons of Carnival Row. Okay, maybe there were 2 seasons of it. Maybe I did see the second season. I'm gonna have to look again and see. So what else? Okay, on YouTube, speaking of television shows, check out something that's called Taskmaster. It comes from the UK. And right now they're doing these things called home tasking challenges. Now, it's a regular television program that has some celebrity comedians on it, and they're given these weird things they have to do, and they're funny. But they have this other section called home tasking where they put out a general task to anybody who's watching. And like, change your bed into something else. Make your bathroom into a bar or disco or something like this. They're really ridiculous things, and lots of people have been doing it.
Or show us your superhero
Powers.
and stuff like that.
And it's hilarious what these people do and what they come up with. So if you want something that's, an amusing little time waster on YouTube that's a little bit different and it's just fun and it's funny, check out Taskmaster and the section Home Tasking. And another one that's kind of fun, except it's kind of hard, is a quiz show called The Little Tiny Quiz of the Lockdown by this British comedian called Jimmy Carr. And he does it every night of the week. And then 8 hours later, he puts up the answers. So it's like a trivia thing. The questions are really hard. Of course, a lot of them are based around
the
UK. So some of them are just, territorial references or whatever you want to call that. So, you might not get those ones. But it's amusing too. So there's lots there to be amused by. That's for sure. What else? Oh, what am I reading now? I finally finished The American People Volume 2, which is about the AIDS epidemic and that kind of thing. That book was well over 3,000 pages long. and it's not particularly well. It's not badly written. It's just very hard to follow because of the writing style. It's by a guy called Larry Kramer. Larry Kramer was one of the founders of an organization during the AIDS crisis years called ACT UP. Um, he also has written many different stage plays and things that all have an LGBTQ theme, but his most recent thing that people may have heard of, because Netflix ran it, was called the Normal Heart, the Normal Heart, and which is actually pretty good. But I had read the first volume of this, which is equally as long, and then he came out with the second volume. And if he comes out with a third volume, I'm done. I don't think I could read a third volume. So I decided to do some light reading. And what's light reading for me? Jane Austen, Emma. Saw the movie. Usually I read the book before I see a movie, but in this case, I'm kind of turned on to Jane Austen. I never was, and I was an English major. In fact, I never studied Jane Austen in university. I was always able to avoid her. But actually, I kind of like Jane Austen. You know, Pride and Prejudice, that's good. And Emma, the movie was good, and the book's good too. It's just that it's written in a totally different style from, well, it was written in the early 1800s, so the writing style is very verbose, you know. And it's been a while since I've read a book like that. I mean, I've always loved Victorian literature, but this isn't Victorian, it's Regency literature, but whatever. Anyways, so ended the English class lesson. So what are we eating? Walter's been cooking. He made, what was it you made this morning?
I made something called a, what did I make?
I don't know. It was a pancake-like
Dutch.
thing. Dutch baby?
No, baby,
I thought it was called Dutch baby.
Dutch baby or something. I'm not sure.
Well, that's what you told me. You told me it was called Dutch baby.
Yeah.
And I said, well, what makes it different? Is there real little pieces of baby in it? It's no good if it's going
Well,
to be called
I don't
that.
know. It's not actually Dutch. I've never heard of it before. And actually, they even said that from a YouTube video that I saw. Said really it is not Dutch. But I think it's a version. It uses a basis of a Dutch pancake, more or less, right?
Which
But
is a
anyway,
baby.
But, well, it's sort of like, it's just eggs, milk,
And baby.
flour. And done in your blender, and
Oh, baby in
with
a blender.
With a little bit of vanilla, no sugar or anything like that. Anyway, you put it in the frying pan with some oil. You cook it till it starts to bubble like a pancake, and then you shove it in the oven, the whole pan and everything, for 20 minutes on 425 or something like that. You can find recipes all over the internet for it. It was kind of good.
It was good.
It has sort of like a fairly creamy inside.
I think you should have made two.
Yeah, why?
Because I would have liked more.
Well,
I mean, one would have been good for me, but I had to share it with you. Huh. So, you made lasagna last night, and
I made 3 small pans of it, so put 2 of them I froze, and one we ate part of last night. So
I made peanut butter cookies earlier in the week. They're done. Those are gone. We have one cinnamon roll left that we froze those. Yummy, yummy. Oh, you made an apple pie this week too.
yeah, I did too. Yeah.
Oh, pie, my favorite food group. I love pie. Much as much as I like anything that has a dead baby in it. Hey, goes 40 miles an hour and is red?
Dead baby in a bowl in a blender.
Yeah. Hey,
What's easier to load on a truck, dead babies or bowling balls?
dead babies because you can use a pitchfork.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes our ratings. Right down there. Dead baby jokes. I'd forgotten about dead baby jokes. Those made me laugh. Anyways, just the kind of sick sense of humor that I have. So we're going to move into something different today. You get one of these and a marker. I get one of these. We're going to play the Not So Newlywed game. I have a series of prepared questions, and just like on the Newlywed game, we try to guess what the other person will say, and this is all about us. Now, we've been together for almost 37 years, so you'd pretty much figure that we know each other really well. We'll see with this. However, I have a bunch of questions here, but if you have some questions when we get into this, put them in the comments below and we'll use those as well. And we'll just see how well we know each other. So, first question is really easy. What's Walter's, we'll start with me. What will you say is and you write it on the pad, what my favorite book is? I don't think you'll get this. You definitely didn't get it. You're still writing a book.
Okay.
So what did you say? Hold it up.
Test of the D'Urbervilles.
Oh, that's a good guess. I said King Lear.
Oh, okay.
Of course, technically King Lear's a play, not a book. But, yeah, Test of the D'Urbervilles is good too. Okay, same question, but what's Walter's favorite book?
Hang on.
These are smelly markers. Ooh, wow, man.
Okay. I don't read books, but
Well, that's what I put. Nothing. Doesn't read.
Day of the Triffids.
Oh. Okay, no points for either one of us.
I don't read though.
Keep it up. Okay. Okay, so we're not doing so well on those. Oh, question for Walter. Oh, that's easy.
What?
Well, what's Stephen's father's middle name?
Oh, that's easy. Yeah.
Hey, right on the back.
Okay.
Safe paper.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll try. Okay.
My father's middle name is Lyle. What did you write?
Oh, that's right.
I knew you.
I thought it was William.
No, William's his first name, but he always
yeah,
went by his middle name,
Yeah,
which was
okay,
Lyle.
yeah,
We always
right.
called him Lyle, but his first name is William. So, not a bad question, Jody. Thank you for that. All right, next question.
I knew there was something weird about that.
Oh, what's the best meal that I have ever made for you? What's the best meal I have ever made for you?
Oh, geez, that's not.
Actually, let me rephrase it. Say the best meal. What do you think is my best thing that I cook? Or best meal that I cooked, or best food that I cooked, or I don't know. I don't cook anymore.
What's that called?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I forget what you call it. Okay.
I said burrito surprise.
Oh. Chicken penne.
Oh, well, yeah, actually. Well, no point there. Okay, same question goes to you.
Okay. So,
What do you think I'll say is your best?
okay, I got it.
Oh, okay. I said chicken paprika.
Pie.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Yes, it should have been pie. You're right. I was thinking chicken paprika because you made that not too long ago, which is not one of my favorites, but it seems to be one that you always like with special. Okay, Jody's got one for us. So far we're doing really well. Neither one of us have got any points here.
What's your favorite restaurant?
What's your favorite restaurant? Okay, so what's Walter's favorite restaurant? Okay, that's easy. Okay, I say it's Avante's.
I said Avante.
Yay, I get a point. Okay, what's my favorite restaurant?
Your favorite restaurant?
Okay, so what did
Okay.
you say?
Courtyard.
Oh, I said the Keg.
Oh, okay. I said courtyard because you love their curry.
Yeah, that's true. I do, but no point for you. No point for you. Okay, there's no one. Why does
Why does Stephen not cook anymore? Because I tend to cook more now.
because Walter doesn't like my cooking. He,
I am okay with you make certain.
I
things
cooked.
good.
I cooked for 31 years. When I was teaching, I cooked almost every night because he came home from work later than I. He didn't get home till after 6. I was home usually by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I would cook that. And now that he's retired, he decided he was going to cook because he didn't like my cooking for 31 years. So, and I say, if someone else is going to cook for me, I don't have a problem with that. That's fine by me. So that's why.
Okay, I got a different thing. What's the worst thing that I make?
I don't know because you never make it again. What's the worst thing that Walter ever
No,
made?
okay, actually I can't think.
What's
of
the
that.
worst thing that Walter's ever made? Oh,
Well, I'm not sure what I.
you won't get it. Uh-oh, COVID, Kyle.
I'm not sure what I made.
Oh, come on.
That's my own question.
Think more recent. Oh, come on. There's going to be a time limit on here.
Yeah, I know. I can think of the same bad thing that you made.
No, we're not asking about me. We're just asking about you right now. What's the one thing that I don't like that you cook? Put it that way.
okay. All right,
Curried vegetables.
beets.
Oh, yeah, that would be it. But you don't make beets because I don't like them.
Yeah, well, I know. Okay, you don't like curry. That's right.
Well,
curry
I have to be
vegetable.
in the mood for it,
Okay,
but you
fine.
seem to get on the
I seem to
spur
like
every
it.
time with cooking curried vegetables, and it's
I
just.
like curry vegetables.
I like curry. I like vegetables. I don't like your
what
curried
do you
vegetables.
make that I don't like?
Oh, everything.
Okay,
Okay, what?
sweet and sour meatballs.
I thought those are
I
delicious.
don't like those.
Well, I put everything, especially burrito surprise. See, he doesn't like anything I cook. How can you not like the sweet and sour
I don't
meatball?
like sweet and sour.
Jeez, this is the other reason why he cooks all the time because he doesn't like anything. So in Walter's case, if he has to like it or he won't cook it, I make suggestions.
Yeah, well.
I made lemon chicken the other night.
It was good.
Well, that means it's okay. I can make it again. I know how I'll make it different though.
What's your favorite drink? Well, that's easy.
Wait. Back up. There's another one here. What was the name of Walter's high school regret? That one's not fair, except the second part. I already know that. That one's not really a show. What was the name of Walter's high school? It was Eastdale.
Yeah, that's easy because
We live here.
live-
That's where he went. And what year did he graduate? This one I might have trouble with because I'm actually technically a year older than him, but I went to grade 13. He is a year younger than me, but only went to grade 12. So I'm going to say it was 1976
Yep.
because it's the same year that I graduated too. But I went to grade 13 and went on to university, and
Oh,
I've got
so
three.
now I know the answer is 1976.
And I had 3 university degrees. What have you got? Ah.
Yeah, and I went to college for 2 years and started working full time in 1978.
Yeah.
When it was 20.
Yeah, and he had to walk to work to Toronto on the railroad tracks in the snow, both ways, barefoot. Yeah, okay, whatever.
What was your first job?
Oh, that, okay. Yeah, that's a good, okay.
That's an interesting first job. I can.
First job you got paid for. First time you got a paycheck.
A paycheck.
A paycheck
Okay,
from a legitimate
okay.
business. This is you.
Yeah. Okay.
I said it was Central Restaurant.
No, it was Oshawa Cinemas.
Oh, I thought you were at the Center Restaurant. Before
No,
the
no,
Oshawa
Center Restaurant. Was,
Okay, not doing good on that. Okay, what was my first job? This one's got a bit of a trick to it.
okay. Canadian Tire.
Nope. At busboy at the Alabama.
Well, see, I thought Canadian Tire was
No,
first.
I only worked at the Alabama for 6 months, and then I got the job at Crappy Tire.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, we don't know each other at all.
Well, see, I knew.
Okay, both of you, what is your favorite drink? Okay, what's my favorite drink?
Oh, that's-
Now, drink. Drink doesn't necessarily have to mean alcohol. It could be anything that's drinkable.
Oh, that's easy.
So let's see. This is for a point. You're going to get a point. You said my favorite drink is
Chocolate milk.
chocolate milk. Yep, Walter got a point. Okay, now Walter's favorite drink. I'm not cheating. I'm not looking
All
at
right.
this. Okay, I said beer.
Yeah, beer.
Oh, I get a point. Yay. I'm beating you by one. Yay. Okay. Jody says, both. What actor, actress would you like to invite to Thanksgiving dinner? Okay. So, who would Walter invite for Thanksgiving dinner as a celebrity, actor or actress?
You have to specify whether it's an actor or an actress. Because
Well,
I have to-
actually, it's sexist to even say actress. It's actor.
actor.
Could be male or female.
Okay, I'll
So, favorite one that you would invite to Thanksgiving dinner. Heck, that's hard. I don't know. Who would you invite to Thanksgiving dinner? I haven't got a bloody clue. Just you never talk about.
No, I'm
Actors
not.
are-
See, the thing is I'm not starstruck. I don't really care that much.
Let's see.
I do have
Okay.
a few favorites.
All right. I said Meryl Streep.
Actually, that was my second thought. The first thought was Nicole Kidman.
Oh, I never thought of that, but that one good too. Wow, we didn't get that. Okay, so
Well, it would have been Meryl Streep. Would have been my second.
so who's mine?
Who's yours? I forget the name. I can take a picture of who it is, but I can't think who the name is.
Doom 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 doom.
I didn't think that would be the person. Okay, here we go. All right, you cheat.
Have you got it?
Alex Trebek.
No. Meryl Streep. Okay, no good.
I was thinking of that guy.
Brad Pitt?
No, not Brad Pitt.
Oh, Bradley Cooper?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd have him over for more than Thanksgiving, I can tell you that. This week, he's the turkey. No.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
Let's be more specific, because I have a question like that. That says, what is your most annoying habit? So let's just extend Jody's.
My most annoying habit?
Yeah, your most annoying habit as far as I would be concerned. Actually, there's two things. Actually, I could have a look. Actually, there's three things. How much time we have here?
Okay.
Okay. Making paste.
Oh,
No. Okay. How about leaving the lights on?
no.
How about leaving your clothes on the floor?
No.
What did you say?
My nose.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah, so many. Okay, so what's my most annoying habit? Just this will be hard because I'm perfect in every way. Um, uh, well, you writing a book or what? I don't have any annoying habits.
Okay.
Uh, okay. I said correcting your grammar.
I don't do that very much. Picking up stuff behind me when I'm cooking.
Oh, of course. Yeah, well, that goes back to he's such a slop. And what was the making paste? That has to do with when he makes pie. He has never figured out that flour and water make glue. And if you let it dry, it's like cement on your countertop and you're chiseling it off. He never gets that. That's what I said.
Oh.
Make and paste.
Stephen, where was Walter born? That's too easy.
Where'd he come from? He's Uranus. No.
Okay.
Where was Walter born? Well, that's okay. We live in the town he was born in. That one's not it. He was born here in Oshawa. Yep. So.
And he was born in Campbellford.
And I was born in Campbellford. So. Yeah, those ones. Yeah, those are
I mean,
too
you gotta
easy.
remember we've been together 36 years.
Yeah, almost 37. Habits in the household that you have to overlook or you'll go nutty. We've already kind of covered those.
we've been together 36 years. We've already
Yeah.
went by that a long time ago.
Okay. What article of clothing would you want me to, or you to, we'll go with you. What article of clothing would I said like you to throw out? Or better yet, what article of clothing I wish you would never wear again?
Article.
Yeah. Piece of clothing that you think that I don't want you to wear. Hint, you're not wearing it today. Thank God.
Okay.
I said t-shirts.
Yeah, I know you said that.
Oh,
But I like wearing them.
so
I never used to
I got
like
a
wearing
point.
them, but I like wearing them now.
makes you look like an old man.
That's okay.
Old man, and they're in bad shape, those t-shirts. They're all stretched out.
Yeah, so what?
Buy some new ones. Go online. Okay, what about me? What
Article of
clothing? I look so good in everything.
I don't really care what you wear.
I don't know. I look good in everything. I mean, really.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what you would say. I don't know. Okay. What'd you say?
Black pants.
Oh, I said underwear.
I always wear t-shirts and you always wear black pants.
I wear black because black is slimming.
Yeah, right.
Okay, no points there. Oh, that question, no. Who is more into their looks? Isn't it obvious? This takes a lot of work. This should have some work
Well,
done.
this one has hairspray all plastered across the bathroom.
Speaking
That's
of which-
actually an annoying habit, is you spraying the bathroom full of hairspray.
Yeah, well, over on your side of the sink, there's all these blops of toothpaste, and you've got a toothbrush that's as gungy as hell because it's old, dried up toothpaste that's all going rot. Like, really, talk about it. Hairspray is how I keep your side down. I coat it with all that. Yeah, okay. Do you have any phobias? Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, that's easy.
That's easy. Yeah, because our phobias are like, nah, that one's too easy because we've talked about those many before. I'm afraid of enclosed spaces and he's afraid of heights. So, yeah, would have got that one, no problem.
That's easy.
Okay, what other questions do I have? Oh, here's one. These questions that I got from the Holderness family YouTube. They did this and it's hilarious. Check them out. I'm going to talk about them tomorrow on my vlog, actually. But what is your favorite part of me?
Your favorite part of you?
What is my favorite part of you? Of me?
Depends, now or 30, 36 years ago?
Now. Keep it clean. You'd probably say,
Part of you?
yeah, a part of me. What would you think that I would say that you would say? Obviously, there are no favorite parts.
Okay. All right.
That was quick.
Hair.
Oh, I said hair. I get another point. I'm beating you. It's 4-1. Okay, favorite part. What would I say is your favorite, your part that I like the most?
Okay.
Favorite. Oh, that's easy. It's always been. Actually, there's two ways you could go on this one, actually.
I put 2 down.
Okay, well, I put hairy chest and mustache.
Yeah, same here. Mustache, hairy chest.
Oh, you get a point. Yay. Oh, Jody's got another one here. What is your favorite car? Oh, okay. What's my favorite car?
Okay.
What'd you say?
I'll just say.
I said red.
Oh. Yeah, that's typical. Steve doesn't even know it. Steve's terrible at knowing what.
I don't know what cars are, but, so I always say,
Well,
it's red.
he'll drive by me. A sports car like a Corvette will drive by and he'll say, "Oh, that's a nice car. What kind of car is that?" I'll say, "It's a Corvette." Or it's a Ferrari. Or
I said to him, well, I saw a really nice car today. And he says, what was it? And I said, I don't know. It was red.
I used to have a Nissan, small Nissan red truck. And he would walk back up to any red truck, didn't matter what brand it was, try and get in.
Well, remember that time in that grocery store? I went into the grocery store real quick. I come back out. I was paying attention. I opened up the door, crawled in, got into the seat, looked around, went, I don't know you people. And they're all sitting there kind of looking at me going, oops. I said, wrong car.
What I had done was I parked outside, but what I did was I pulled forward in the spot. And then in the meantime, this woman pulled into the spot that I had parked in. Completely different car than what I was driving.
Actually, I think it was a van.
I was driving, it was a red van, and I was driving a small equivalent to Toyota Matrix black car. And he got into the van, right? Absolutely oblivious.
Well, first thing was I thought I was standing up a little tall, had to step up a little more to get in. And when I see this woman in the driver's seat and I'm looking at her, the first thing I was going to say, I said, what are you doing in my car? Oh, wrong car, sorry. They laughed. They thought it was funny. It was something they could go home and laugh about forever. This strange man got in our car. He didn't know what. I'm senile, I'm old. What do you want to know about it? Jody's got another question. What was the recent book that Stephen read?
We just said
it on here. Okay, Jody, sweetie.
Okay, what are you allergic to?
Oh.
What are you allergic to?
So, you're figuring out me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you say I'm allergic to?
Beets.
No. No allergies.
No allergy. Oh, you have no allergies.
No. And
Okay,
now,
what
what
am
are
I
you allergic
allergic
to?
to?
Oh, this one's easy. Well, actually, I can answer a couple of things here. Actually, that's not the one. Okay, you ready?
Actually,
I said, you ready?
no.
I said apples, raw apples.
Raw apples.
Oh yeah, I get another point. I'm winning. Didn't say what the prize was.
I can eat cooked apples, but I can't eat raw apples.
I was going to say strawberries, but I know you'll eat strawberries. You're not allergic to them
Seriously.
anymore.
She has so many easy. What's your favorite candy?
That's actually a good one. Because, okay, so this is, are you doing me?
Yeah.
Okay, what's my favorite candy? Oh, wow, that's going to be easy.
Oh, I
I'm getting high on the fumes from these
Okay.
markers. Jellies.
Yeah, I put jellies first, but then I put
Oh, Turkish Delight. Oh, but you put
Okay.
jellies first, so you get a point.
Okay, what's my favorite candy?
Oh. Licorice?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's licorice.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I get a point.
Or any kind of licorice, actually.
Well, it's 6-3. I'm winning.
Any kind of licorice, as long as it's black, preferably salted.
Well, once you've had black, you'll never go back. What is on your bucket list? I
Yeah,
think
that's too easy.
I think I've done it. I mean, I don't have anything on a bucket list anymore.
No. I
Australia was on my bucket list. We did it 3 times.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's
We
it.
have an optional bucket list. Like, if we get to India, that would be an option. But
Nah, but that's not. India's
That's
one of
not
those
really-
places where I'm still up in the air whether I'd want to go in. I'd have to go under very specific conditions.
Yeah.
One, I'm going first class on an organized tour, and I'm not staying in anything but a decent hotel.
okay,
I'm not doing
okay.
Slumdog
We got too many
Millionaire.
easy things there. When,
What else have I got on my list? Okay. What is the last thing I do before I go to sleep?
okay,
Which put?
read.
Read. Yep. Now, what's the last thing you do before you go to sleep?
Okay.
Okay. I said, last thing you do before you go to sleep, check the internet or porn.
Check the internet. Look at it. Play around on my computer.
Yeah, okay. Well, porn works too, but I got it. I'm winning.
Turn out the light.
Could turn out the light. Okay, what else did I have on here? Do one more. Who's my favorite musical group? Oh, you'd already know that one. Well, maybe you don't know that.
Okay.
Who'd you say?
Elton John.
Nope, ABBA.
Oh, yeah. That should have thought
I
that.
thought you should have got that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Your favorite group. Oh, well, that's easy.
I don't know. Elton John.
No. Think.
I had favorites over the years.
I know. But there's one that you always talk about that I hate. Hint, hint, hint.
I have no idea.
Alice Cooper.
Oh, yeah, but I listened to that when I was younger. I don't listen to that now.
What do you listen to now?
A variety of things.
Oh. Well, anyways. So score is 8-3. We're not good. Now, we were on a cruise once where it was a gay cruise. And they did a newlywed type game in that, and we got selected. And, well, there was a moment on there, which I'm not going to go into details, because if I told you it, I'd have to kill you. And unless you're gay, you probably wouldn't really understand it to its full degree. But let's just say something had happened once in my life that I'm not that proud of to this day. which in hindsight, if you look at it, it would be funny to anybody except me at the time. And when they asked this particular question, I thought he might have given that answer. I went white, blurred out, "You didn't tell him about that, did you?" And it turned out he hadn't, but they were videotaping this at the time, and it was playing on the televisions throughout the day for the next week in everybody's cabins. And so everywhere we went on the excursions thing, people were wanted to know the details. We became very popular. So, but I can't tell you any more than that about it because, well, this is a family show. So, no. Okay. Well, that was fun, sort of. I thought something a little different. I thought we'd be a little bit closer on the
It had
answers.
something to do with projectile.
Okay, let's not. See, he can't stand it. He just can't stand it. That was the whole thing I was worried about that night. Yeah. No. Not going into that. Okay, so I think that's pretty much our time, isn't it? It is.
Yeah.
So anyways, did our best to stay away from talking too much about the crisis. Had a little bit of levity here, I guess. Well, may not have been fun for you, but we were having a blast. Yeah, so next week, I have no idea what we're going to talk about next week. Yeah, I know. I brought it up. Yeah, I know. Shouldn't have done that. Whatever. And you'll all be dying to know what it is, but I can't tell you. I told you that. Not going to tell you. Nope. Not going to tell you. Okay, so next week, I don't know what we'll talk about. We'll figure out something. If anybody's got suggestions for topics for next week's show, email them to me or put them in the comments below. And everybody, as usual, stay safe, stay healthy, stay in. And
Don't go stir crazy.
yeah, don't go stir crazy. Check out those couple of those YouTube channels I mentioned, the Taskmaster and the Little Tiny Quiz. They're good for little amusing time wasters. And I hope everybody has a good week. And we'll see you next week, and my vlog will be up tomorrow as usual. So if you want to listen to me rant. So we'll talk to everybody later. Have a good one.
You too. Have
Bye.
a good one.
Bye for now.
Bye.